Yo, what's up, YouTube? We are back with another face-to-face camera video. I'm actually starting to enjoy these. Just doing them before the stream. So the topic of this video would be the 3 books that I highly recommend to you guys to read if you haven't already. They've specifically helped me a lot in this kind of like glow up arc, self-improvement journey, and all of that. So yeah, I'll just go through them one by one and kind of talk about how they helped my life. So this is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. This is probably one of the first books I've read. I initially read The Compound Effect, and this one is very similar to that, but I think it's a little bit better. So like I said, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, turning simple disciplines into massive success and happiness. The reason why this book is really good is because for a large portion of my life, I lacked discipline and any sort of, I guess, drive behind that. I feel like I would consider myself quote unquote smart. You know, I always did well in school without much studying and all that stuff. And same with gaming. I was always like decent, you know what I mean? But the thing that held me back was my attitude. And I didn't put in as much work as I should have. So this book kind of puts into perspective of what it looks like when you put discipline first. And this kind of ties into an audiobook, 2 audiobooks by David Goggins that I really like. And basically it's, discipline is the greatest equalizer. So anyone with talent, you know, it doesn't really matter. Actually, I have the quote on my phone here. So yeah, discipline is huge. And if you're struggling with, you know, self-discipline and all that stuff, especially since you guys are into gaming, it's hard to self-discipline yourself. Maybe with aim training or sleep or, you know, even just stuff outside of the game. That's really important for you, that you're not getting to just because you're addicted. Definitely start with this book. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. And then for the video that I made for, I think, 2 days ago, the why your heart stuck, and also like being real with yourself. I think this one is really good. This is probably a little bit more related to the being real with yourself. Jesus, English is hard. This book is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. This one is really important because it kind of helps you define your core values in a way. At least it talks about them. Like, you want to be flexible in how you take advice from others, but you don't want to be flexible if it goes against your core values. Sorry. So highly recommend this book. It's pretty short. It's probably the shortest book I've read. And yeah, it just explains a good framework of what you should care about and what you should not care about. And basically just focusing on the important things in your life. Yeah, really good read. Highly recommend it. This is probably the second book I would recommend. It was useful, very useful. And then the last one that I am most likely going to read again is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. You guys have probably heard about this one if you're in the self-improvement space. It's a classic. It's years and years and years old from my understanding. But it's timeless. And specifically for this book, why it's so important is, like you said, you can kind of read. It's kind of how to socialize and talk to people. And this is useful for everyone of all social skill levels, but specifically for me, you know, not being very social growing up and not really knowing how to talk to people. Still, I am pretty intimidated, but it's very useful, you know, professionally and personally, you know, with coaching and just talking to people in general. So a very, very good read. I will most likely going to be reading this one again just because it's so valuable. I need a refresher. So yeah, very good book. Definitely check these out. Just to recap them. The Slight Edge, I would start here. The majority of you guys, I don't know why I held it like that. The Slight Edge. The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Boom, Mark Manson. And then How to Win Friends and Influence People. Really good. As a side note and a bonus, I would say check out the 2 audiobooks that David Goggins has made. those are really good. Can't Hurt Me and Never Finished. I think reading or listening to those along with The Slight Edge will probably help give you some type of, I don't know, motivation, perspective. But specifically with those two audiobooks, he talks about his life and his experiences and all the things he's went through. And it kind of helped me realize like the stuff that I'm going through, it's not really a big deal, and kind of like to, I guess, get through it and just, discipline first. So highly, highly, highly recommend those two audiobooks. Can't Hurt Me is the first one, and Never Finished is the second one. But there's a reason why I have a phone case with David Goggins on it. Definitely helped me a lot. And I've read some other books too, but these are the main ones for the self-improvement space that I would recommend. If you're looking for some other things to listen to or have resources to help, highly recommend the Huberman Lab podcast. The first one I would start with are the ones on sleep. He has a toolkit. I think it's like sleep toolkit or something. That just gives you all the tools and protocols that you would use to help improve your sleep. Then he has Master Your Sleep and I forget the other one. It was one of his early ones on sleep. Just give you like some of the science behind it and also some of the tools. But if you just want to like start right away, it's probably the toolkit is the best place to start. But the reason why I'm recommending this sleep one specifically is because sleep is so important. And I know a lot of you guys are not doing that or not getting enough of it. Or your sleep schedules are bad. So start there. It's a lot more important than you think. And now's the time to dial in on it because, you sleep for a third of your life, Get that thing sorted for sure. So Huberman Lab, Sleep Podcast. He has a bunch of other good podcasts as well. But that's where I would start. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. I did start my monthly coaching again, the discovery calls. I'm pretty booked until next week, but if you guys are very, very interested and you didn't get a chance to book a call, I'm just looking at my calendar right now. I'm booked until next Monday. So if you didn't get a chance to book a call and potentially get coached by me for the following month, and if you're really serious about it, shoot me a Discord message and we can talk about it there. Currently I was only planning to take 5 students for the month, which I probably still will only take 5, but I'd still like to talk to you about it, and maybe we could schedule for next month or maybe in the middle of the month, depending on how it goes. So yeah, just if you're interested. Other than that, check out my stream. I'm going to be streaming directly after this video, and then also join my Discord to find out more about announcements and all that stuff to keep track of me. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much for the support, and yeah, good luck out there.